important movies. In the year 1913, there was a person called as Dada Saheb Phalke. Dada Saheb Phalke. He directed the first movie, that is Raja Harishchandra. This was the first Indian movie. Then slowly we have, there was no voice in it. Okay, there was no voice, just some characters moving. Then you have Alam Ara. Alam Ara. This was the first talkie movie. First talkie movie. Then you have in 1950s, later 50s, Mother India. Mother India, the first Indian movie to get nominated to Oscar. Okay, Oscar. Oscar Awards. Next, after Mother India, you can put a star mark. There is one person called as Satyajit Ray, a very famous director from Bengal. He directed a movie called as Pattar Pachli. Okay, it was a hit, and Satyajit Ray got Lifetime Achievement Award from Oscar community. Then in 2008 we have Slumdog Millionaire. This was directed by Danny Boyle. This was directed by Danny Boyle, and here A.R. Rahman, he got 2 Oscars for the song Jai Ho. Jai Ho song was written by a poet, Gulzar. A poet Gulzar. And then there is one more person, Resul Pukutti from Kerala. He also won Oscar for sound mixing. Sound mixing. Resul Pukutti, sound mixing. Then this story of Slumdog Millionaire is taken from a book, Q&A. This Q&A was written by a person, that is Vikas Swarup. In books and authors I have dealt it. Okay, Vikas Swarup, Q&A. Vikas Swarup, right? Now still there are many other movies. For example, Padman, which created lot of social messages. Then entertainment are there, biopic movies are there. Okay, so these are expected examination question. Who is Satyajit Ray? He is a famous director. Now, after Satyajit Ray, we have one more famous director called as Shyam Benegal. Take down. He is also very famous. In Doordarshan, he has directed one series episode of Bharat Ek Khoj. Bharat Ek Khoj. Now what is this Bharat Ek Khoj? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, he wrote one book, that is Discovery of India, correct? So that book, Discovery of India, is made into episode like series by this person, and he is a person when Rajya Sabha TV was there. Now it is called as Sansad TV. When Rajya Sabha TV was there was episode made on the Indian Constitution, that is called as Samvidhan. So if you have time, you can go and watch in YouTube. You can type Samvidhan, RS TV, or maybe now this is changed as Sansad TV. There were 2 television channels, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. They are merged and now it is called as Sansad TV. Okay? So these are all famous director, actor. Now we have the highest film award in India, that is Dada Saheb Phalke, and this year it was won by Asha Parekh. Okay, Asha Parekh. Then after this, for your examination, you have to focus on the National Film Awards. Okay, who won the National Film Award? Which movie won the National Film Award this year? Tell me. Surarai Potru. Okay, who is the actor? Who is the actress? The best male singer, the best female playback singer. Okay, like that. So this is how you have to prepare for your current affairs, exam oriented and general. See, this is ABCD type of questions. Okay, in exam they may ask you which of the following is not, which of the following is. Okay, something like that. Exam you passed. Imagine exam you passed. Now when you go to interview or GD or something like that, what is checked? Personality is checked. Personality is checked. Now there is a question. Okay, morning we were doing lecture topic, or imagine group discussion is there. The role of cinema played in society. Okay, what is the role played by the cinema in the society? This is the topic. So what the students they will do in written examination, they have already this matter in it. Okay, you have Mother India, it is there in your brain. So what you do when you do lecture topic, group discussion, you directly go and try to prove your knowledge, how much stuff you know. Do you know, friends, Mother India is the first movie to get Oscar, Slumdog Millionaire, Danny Boyle, something like this you speak. That is not your personality, that is something knowledge which is already there. What do you think regarding cinema? Do you think bad, good, positive, negative? This, whatever topic is given, okay, whatever topic is given in essay or anything, divided. Social, economical, political, okay, justice, like this, divide it. Now take cinema, social. Tell me some movie which has created, given lot of good information in social way. Yeah, Padman you can say. Justice movie, that is Jai Bhim, right? How a lawyer fights for the justice, that is, talking about the justice system. Next, here you have Padman. Then there are a lot of other social movies which sends message. Cinema is a mass communication. Mass communication means, now see, today Ponniyin Selvan movie is released, and this Ponniyin Selvam is written by a person called as Kalki. He is the author here. Okay, so how many of you understood that movie? First you tell me that. How many of you didn't see that? देखा है पोन्नियन सेल्वन? क्यों नहीं देखा? देखना चाहिए. खाली शोले देखने से काम नहीं चलेगा. ओके, खाली गब्बर सिंह शोले देखने, सब देखना चाहिए. एवरीथिंग यू शुड वॉच. सूर्य देखा है, राइट? ओके, अब टेल मी, सूर्य एक जो रियल कैरेक्टर है, जो सच में है, हु इज दैट? वो मूवी में क्या, व्हाट हैपेंस देयर? ओके,
उसका एक सपना होता है कि वो एक्चुअली गरीब लोगों की हेल्प करना चाहता है.
या
1 रुपए से वो एक टिकट खरीद ले ट्रेन की.
ओके, तो वो क्या करते हैं लास्ट में? एक कंपनी स्टार्ट करते हैं, राइट? सो हु इज दैट? यस बॉयज, टेल मी. डेक्कन कैप्टन. विच कैप्टन? आई टोल्ड यू इन द प्रीवियस क्लास. ओके, कैप्टन गोपीनाथ. ओके, उनके ऊपर वो मूवी बनाया हुआ है. समझ में आया? सो ये जो मूवी है, दिस आर ऑल बायोपिक मूवी. ओके, समटाइम्स अ मूवी विल इंस्पायर यू. फॉर एग्जांपल, भाग मिल्खा सिंह. Okay, now if I ask you, Bhag Milkha Singh, this is the real story of which athlete? What is the answer? Milkha Singh. Then you have so many movies. Mary Kom के ऊपर Super 30 आनंद कुमार, right? Super 30 आनंद कुमार. So ये जो type के movie है, no, the movie which shows the story of some person, that is called as biopic. Sometimes you get inspired by biopic. Sometimes, this is called as mass media. So at one particular time, imagine 3 hours. All over Tamil Nadu, Bangalore, all over India and world, people are just glued to the screen. In this 3 hours, the movies can send lot of message. Okay, so that is what is the power of the mass media, and cinema is one type of mass media. Newspaper is another mass media, that is print media. This is visuals. This is visuals. With eyes you are going to do. With ears you are going to listen to All India Radio. Okay, then with ears you are going to listen FM radio. There is difference between FM radio and other radios. Okay, so All India Radio का जो frequency है, it is not FM. Okay, it is different. So now coming to the social, then economical. Okay, what is the benefit of watching movie in Indian economy? That you can discuss. Or what message does movie sends in economic perspective? Then political. There are some movie which is banned by the government. Okay, sometimes Recently there was a movie, in Uttar Pradesh it was banned. In UP it was banned. OTT, over the top. Okay, over the top release mein. Okay, some movies were banned because it is creating problem in the yeah, Kashmir Files. The director was given protection. ZA security diya tha. Justice as Jai Bhim. Okay, biopic like that. So this is what is movie all about. So here you have famous movie called as Sholay. You haven't seen it, you watch it. Okay, it's not for exam perspective, but at least you can see how the movies were. Okay, what is the role played by Dharmendra and Amitabh Bachchan. Okay, why that movie in that song मेरे कौन सा दोस्त वो एक सॉन्ग है ना उसमें फेमस ए दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे. ओके, वो गाना क्यों फेमस है, राइट? अभी आप जब एसएसबी में जाओगे, व्हेन यू गो टू एसएसबी और समवेयर, students they come together at night, they sing this song. Nobody sleeps at night. Okay, when you go in training and all, even if it is night 2 o'clock, अभी तक 2 ही बजा है और 2 घंटा है, 4 बजे को पीटी है, ड्रिल है, so कोई सोएगा नहीं. They will all be singing, dancing. What songs they play? They play this kind of songs. Okay, so this is one movie you have to watch. If you haven't seen Ponniyin Selvan, watch it. At least you can get a feel of what is there in the southern culture. Okay, a king from Sri Lanka, he's been cornered by three to four different forces. One Sri Lanka king is trying to attack, one his own force is trying to capture him, and the other, the Pandya spies are trying to kill. Okay, so what is happening? This is just a movie, but if you read this story written by Kalki, it will be giving something more depth knowledge. Okay, so this is the bridge, this is the gap that you have to fill in. So this is one thing from today's news. Then you have underlined one important thing called as International Solar Alliance. Correct? What is that International Solar Alliance? Check in the world map now on your desk now. I'll tell you what is ISA. Read out what things you have read in International Solar Alliance. Read it out. Last year, who won the Dada Saif Phalke Award? Rajnikant. Yes, Rajnikant. See, exams they have sometimes, they will ask you last year. Last year in the sense 2019. Yeah, 2019. Yeah, what is the thing mentioned in the International Solar Alliance? Yeah, it will be held in which place? Delhi. Why in Delhi? Any idea? Okay, see, look here. This is your globe. This is equator 0 degree latitude. This is 23.5 degree north. What is this? Tropic of Cancer. And here, imagine this is 23.5 degrees south, Tropic of Capricorn. And here imagine it is sun. Okay, the sunlight is going to come. Throughout the year, what happens? This zone, okay, in this zone, the sunlight is falling perpendicular. This is northern hemisphere, this is southern hemisphere. In northern hemisphere, during summer time, what happens? The earth is tilted towards like this. That means, imagine if this is the sun, the northern hemisphere is directly facing here, the sun rays will fall perpendicular on the Tropic of Cancer. And here it becomes an imaginary line that is called as ITCZ. ITCZ. Intertropical Convergence Zone. So here, due to this ITCZ, it is important. If ITCZ is not functioning properly, if it is not falling exactly on that line, there will be problem with the monsoon. There will be problem with the Peru current. Then that is called as El Nino. Okay, El Nino, La Nina, that will come in the geography class. So here what happens? This part, Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, the sunlight is falling perpendicular throughout the year. And that's the reason, the more the sunlight, the evaporation of the water is more. And if the evaporation of water is more, there will be rain. And if there is rain, we have forest. We have what here? Forest. So here if you see, this is South America and here you have Brazil. Brazil is the only country in South America where the equator and Tropic of Capricorn passes. Okay, this was an examination question. They gave some few options and they gave which country passes both under equator and Tropic of Capricorn. Answer is Brazil. And here you have a forest. What is that forest? Amazon. Okay, Amazon forest. So Amazon forest, you have evergreen forest. Like this, if you see in this belt, if you see, we have evergreen forest. The sunlight is perpendicular throughout the year. So the countries like India and France, they came together in order to fight the climate change. And climate change is one of the sustainable development goal. How many sustainable development goal we have? We have total 17 sustainable development goal. The world countries, they fight, they have some 17 goals in their mind and they try to fight those issues. So one of these 17 sustainable development goal is climate change. Now in order to fight this climate change, what the Indian government tried to do with the France, that was Emmanuel Macron that time, we wanted to have make use of the solar power. So Indian Prime Minister, he went to France and we wanted to start International Solar Alliance. The countries lying here, the countries lying in this belt, will form an organization called as International Solar Alliance, and we will depend on the solar energy. We will maximum use the solar energy. Now energy are divided into two: renewable, yes, renewable and non-renewable. Your way of presentation should be like this. If you are been asked in interview or in anywhere, you should present like this. But for written examination, you should go deep. When you are explaining something, it should be in the layman's language. What does layman language means? Very simple, plain and simple. Okay, matlab you should teach like a kids. Okay, you have to teach kids like that. You have to speak. Energy are divided into renewable, non-renewable. Non-renewable, we have crude oil. Now in crude oil you have diesel, petrol, kerosene, okay, etc. In renewable we have wind, we have solar, we have tidal energy, we have geothermal energy. Okay, these are the things. In non-renewable we have nuclear energy also. Okay, nuclear energy, something like that. So now here we are focusing on solar energy. Now solar energy, India, country like India and France, they came together. They decided, why can't the countries lying in this belt, majority of the country are lying in this belt, why can't we make use of this solar energy? That is how it started. And when India Prime Minister fly to France to sign this thing, the French government, they told that government, Indian government, you asked us 138 Rafale aircraft, then you told 36 is enough. But 36 Rafale aircraft, you are not buying it. When are you going to buy it? First you buy this, then we'll sign this. Immediately, you can see, go and check it. When Barack Obama was the president of, okay, when he was the president of America, so that time this deal was signed. Okay, so this is called as Paris Agreement. Okay, Paris Agreement. Now, in biology or you can say environmental science, there are some important agreement you can take down. Montreal Protocol, Kyoto Protocol, Minamata Convention, Montreal, Kyoto, Minamata, then you have Copenhagen, like this you have many things, and the most important is Paris Agreement. Okay. Protocol, COL. According to Kyoto Protocol, the international organization, okay, there is something called as IPCC. Can anyone tell me what is IPCC? Yeah? Anyone? Indian? No. Write down. Intergovernment Panel for climate change. Intergovernment Panel for climate change. Write down two persons' name, Al Gore and R.K. Pachauri. Al Gore and R.K. Pachauri. Tell me who won the Nobel Prize for Literature this year? She is from which country? Yeah, she in news they have told octogenarian means what? Octogenarian means what? Octa means what? Octopus. 8. So the people those who are in 80s, okay, people those who are in 80s, they are called as what? Octogenarian. Okay, understood. So just check it, who's that lady, okay, and what book she has written. And there was a movie also, I think they have told movie is also made on it. So these are all your examination MCQ kind of questions. Now come back here. See here, if I ask you name some Nobel Prize winners of India, you will say that Rabindranath Tagore, Sir C.V. Raman, then Mother Teresa, then you have Amartya Sen, then Hargobind Khurana, okay, then you have Kailash Satyarthi, right? These all people. But here there is one more person called as R.K. Pachauri. Look at this, what happened. The all countries in the world, they are trying to reduce the global temperature, trying to control it less than 2 degrees Celsius. This is the goal. And this is how the climate change is kept under the sustainable development goal. Two important persons, Al Gore, he was the vice president of USA, and R.K. Pachauri from India, they came together and they started preparing a report in late 1970s. They started preparing a report, and this report was given to the UN, okay, international organization, that the world temperature is increasing. Because of this, the ice in the North Pole and the South Pole will melt and all the island country will submerge. Okay, so we have to stop this global warming. This was the idea. Report was given by these two people, and this report was taken seriously by the other all Western countries, and for this work, these two people got the Nobel Prize. It was very long back. These two people got the Nobel Prize for Peace. R.K. Pachauri was an Indian, and they were into a panel called as Intergovernment Panel for the Climate Change, IPCC. So they were forcing the international organization or the world countries come together and try to stop this 2 degrees Celsius rise in temperature. And that is why the first meeting took place in Kyoto, that is in Japan, Tokyo. Okay, Kyoto Protocol. Now here it was decided. This happened in 1992, imagine. Okay, this happened in 1992. The world countries, they came together, they took a pledge. They decided by 2015, we will reduce the world temperature to 2 degrees Celsius. All countries, they pledged it. So this was the beginning. This was the beginning of pledging to reduce the temperature. But soon the world got divided into two: developed country and developing country. Developed country and developing country. Now countries like USA, Russia, France, UK, these countries, they are telling developing countries are polluting the world. Look at India, pollution is so high. Okay, look at China, pollution is so high. So countries like China, India, these countries were blamed. Because of you, global warming is happening. Because of you, carbon emission is coming out. So you are the reason for it. So till 2015, the fight was going on. Okay, 2008, the things were very serious. But in US, there was a change in leadership, that was Barack Obama. So when Barack Obama came, we had hope. All the countries had a hope that, okay, this man will listen and there will be slight change in the policy. So slowly what happened? Now, common but different responsibility, CBDR, started. What is the common but different responsibility? Now America is telling you are using tube light, that's why energy consumption is more. You are using diesel engine, that's why consumption is more. So India is telling that, okay, I am ready to use CFL. You know, before after tube light you might have used CFL, correct? After CFL, now we are using what? LED. Now why? What is the necessary? What is the need? Because LED will consume less power, okay, and the brightness is more. So pollution is less. Tube light is not like that, it is opposite. So now the countries like India is telling to America and all the Western countries, I don't have money, I don't have technology to produce LED, I don't have anything, you give us. So the Western countries told, okay, fine, I'll give you. In order to fight the climate change, the Western countries, they started giving us at the cheaper rate. That is how the thing started. That's the reason if you go and buy a LED light in a shop, it will be costly. And if you buy it in government shop, government light, it will be little cheaper. Okay, so that is what has happened. This is one thing. Next thing, now slowly 2015 started coming and Barack Obama's second term is getting over. After that, Barack Obama can never be the president of America. So he wanted to do something for this world. So in 2015, he called a meeting in Paris. All the world countries, they came together. They told, finally we will decide in Paris, we will do something. Okay. And the Kyoto Protocol, by the time it was reaching 2015, it failed. It failed to stop the temperature of 2 degrees Celsius. No countries took the responsibility. Only in this issue, China and India were brothers. They used to unite and they used to say that developed country, you are the reason for it. Okay, like that. So when 2015 came, Barack Obama told, in Paris Agreement, we will have common but different responsibility. Okay, each country, don't put blame on others. America, let you do whatever you want. Try to fight the global climate change. India, whatever is possible, you do it. So now what happened? Indian government, they came with carbon tax. They came with carbon sink. What is carbon tax and carbon sink? Yeah? Carbon tax and carbon sink. What are the types of taxes you know? Direct taxes and indirect taxes. But these terms started coming up, okay, just recently, 4 to 5 years back. Now this time we are talking about green hydrogen. Do you know that? We are talking, India or the government is talking about green hydrogen. Now what is carbon? What is carbon sink? See now what happened. Imagine there is a company called as Tata or Mahindra. They want to set up an industry and they want a big land. But there is a forest there. Okay, there is a forest. They have to cut down the tree, then set up the plant or the company there. So now what is the situation? The government is telling, I give you permission to set up industry. Okay, but you have to pay tax. Suppose if you plant some forest, some more trees, you will get less tax. Why? Because the carbon emission which is going to come, your forest is going to absorb. Imagine this is the land and the company is planted lot of trees here, lot of trees. It's like a forest. Okay. So what this forest will do? It will absorb carbon dioxide, right? So carbon is being absorbed. It is been taken by whom? By these trees or the plants. So industry has done this. So you will have less tax. This is called as carbon tax. Carbon sink. This is how the carbon is going to sink. Okay. So whoever will do that will get reduction in tax. Building, green building, have you heard it? Green building. If you go to Chennai, there is 2 government offices for Tamil Nadu. One is Fort George, okay, and another is one big like black tank kind of thing. Karnanidhi has built it. If you go, these buildings are smart building. Why? Because they are not using much of the resources like electricity from EB. It is all solar power. You go to any school or colleges. Okay, nowadays in terrace they are putting solar panels, right? So they are telling that we are green building. Okay, we are getting smarter. So this is what is happening, carbon tax and carbon sink. In 2015, common but different responsibility. This was decided. India also took pledge. So before going to this meeting, one day before, Modi went to the Emmanuel Macron and they had a discussion to start International Solar Alliance, ISA. They wanted to start this. And this was the time when 36 Rafale aircraft deal was signed. When Congress was there, one Rafale aircraft was 500 crore. One aircraft was how many crore? 500 crore. But when our Modi government, they took the deal, one aircraft was 1500 crore. How much? 1500 crore. So what is the reason behind it? Even the CAG could not find it, or there is not much disclosure about it. It is between India and France. Okay, forget about it. So this is France deal in Air Force. France is trying to do one more project, that is Project 75. They are trying to build submarines and Scorpion class submarine. Try to understand. Scorpion class submarine is been built by France under which project? Project 75. Okay, and now in order to prove the world that India is trying to take steps to reduce this pollution or fight the climate change, what India is doing, India decided after BS4 I will directly go to BS6. I will directly go to BS6. Now the company, the car manufacturing company, the petroleum producing company, they are telling government it's okay, it's a good idea, but directly going from BS4 to BS6, all the products will be costly. Okay, because there is a rule that if the car length, if it is above 1 meter, then you have to pay more because the government is going to put more tax. If you see Maruti 800, it is small. Alto, it is small, so it is cheaper. Nano, it is small, it is cheaper. But if you go to BMW, it is little lengthier, right? So for that there is different tax. Height of the car from the ground level, for that you have tax. The capacity of the engine, you have tax. So now what the car manufacturers are telling, imagine this is the bonnet. I open it, okay, I open it. If I open the car bonnet, there is no space inside this. If I want to convert this car into BS6, I have to put a catalytic converter. Okay, this catalytic converter will be size of one water bottle, 1 liter water bottle. But I don't have space in this bonnet. Where will I keep it? So I have to increase the length of this. Okay, I have to increase the length of this car. So if I increase the length of the car, according to the government rules, they will put more tax. Correct? So the car will get costlier. So if car gets costlier, customer won't buy it. This was a problem, a technical issue, but that is all sorted out now and people are trying to buy BS6. Next, the oil producing company, they are telling that I will make pure petrol. Now if you go to petrol bunk, they say that normal chahiye, sada chahiye, special chahiye. Like dosa, sada dosa ya special dosa. Like this they say petrol, power petrol chahiye ya normal petrol chahiye. So what happens here, there are some petrol or fuel which is refined. So the cost is more there. Okay, so this is what is happening. One step taken by the Indian government and we try to say to the world that we are going to BS6. BS6 is equal to Euro 4. Okay, Euro 5, this is Euro 5. Okay, Euro 5 is equal to BS6. But recently what has happened, the Indian government, they directly, after signing this ISA, okay, Solar Alliance, why we should depend on the petrol? We have to go and ask through Iran, Russia. If there is something problem in Russia and Ukraine, then we have to pay more for crude oil. All our resources, it goes to the crude oil countries. So why can't we go with electricity? So now we have electric car, correct? Electric bus, yes or no? Electric car, electric bus, electric vehicle. So this has come. Now what the government is doing, they are trying to change the behavior pattern of the consumers or the customers. They are trying to put less tax. If you buy electric vehicle, you won't have any tax. Okay, if you use electric anything like in goods company, imagine whatever vehicle you are seeing on the road nowadays, whatever vehicles you are seeing on the road, these all vehicles were already there inside big companies. Okay, so if you see the courier guys, they have a big basket in front of that car, then there is a space in between and back also they have space, right? So this all vehicles were already used inside industry. Okay, and it was very efficient. Now it is on the road, that's it, that is the only difference. Okay, so electric is given more importance. Why? To fight the climate change. International Solar Alliance, we are trying to prove to the world that we are fighting the climate change. We are building bridges. Okay, see, in a few years back in Jammu and Kashmir, if people want to go from this place to this place, they have to go on these mountains and then they have to go. It takes 7 hours. It takes 7 hours to people to go from here to here. Now the government has made a tunnel called as Atal tunnel. So directly it takes only 3 hours. It takes only 3 hours. So if it takes 3 hours, talk about the carbon emission. The vehicles will emit what? Very less carbon. So the government is trying to prove that we have reduced the carbon emission. Next, on river Brahmaputra. On river Brahmaputra, there is a bridge called as Bhupen Hazarika. And who is Bhupen Hazarika? Who is Bhupen Hazarika? He is a singer from Assam, a Bharat Ratna medal winner. Okay, so on his name, this bridge is there on river Brahmaputra. So when this bridge was done, the government always says that we have reduced the pollution, we are fighting the global warming, something like that. ठीक है ना? So this is how the things are happening. So one more thing, when Obama was there, he signed this Paris Agreement. He started it. It was a very good atmosphere. The world leaders came together. So it was a very good atmosphere. Everyone was happy. ISA, everything was going on smooth. But immediately in the next year, when there was election in America, we have seen a leader, that is Donald Trump, right? Now Donald Trump, he came and he told the agreement made by the Americans, the prior president, is wrong. I am going to come out of the Paris Agreement. America came out of Paris Agreement. America came out of UNESCO. America came out of another thing, Pacific Corporation. Okay, Trans-Pacific, everything they came out. Okay, so this is what happened. Now another 4 years, this was a problem. Now after the Biden administration, now things are getting normal. Okay, things are getting normal. So international, national, this is how you have to connect it. You understood now, International Solar Alliance. Now you have to go and check still more in detail. It is just a news. ISA, where is this meeting? Tell me, where is the meeting of ISA this time here? When it is going to be held? Yeah? 17 to? Okay, just wait and see. Okay, I think a few more days remaining. When we see those days, that time you will realize, okay, this is the importance. In editorial column also, they will give the same stories. How it started, why it started. These all protocols are very, very important. Okay, Kyoto Protocol, Montreal Protocol was one, Rio de Janeiro Protocol was one. Okay, and finally it was Paris Agreement, Copenhagen, something like that. And last, we have seen only the Paris Agreement. Now each country is trying to do their best to fight the global warming. Okay, so this is something fine. Now in sports, national games is held in which state here? Gujarat. Okay, Gujarat. And you turn out your Hindu page now, Hindu newspaper. There is one news regarding the swimmers. You can see one female athlete and male. You can see one person called as Veer Dhaval Khade, greatest swimmer of India. Yes. Any other national, international news you have come across?